As the industry evolves towards ubiquitous computing, continuous connectivity, and a world of intelligent devices, security and data privacy will become a key inhibitor to business transformation. Technology giant Intel describe how they see this being addressed through confidential computing.
For all sizes of businesses and organizations, cloud computing has raised the limits of their potential. The cloud is a metaphor for a phenomenon on Earth, the sharing of computer memory facilities to cut costs and work more productively, both within organizations and with industry partners. How to secure data once it's in the cloud is a problem which Intel has been helping to solve.
We live in a data-centric world. Analysts predict, conservatively, that there'll be 175 zettabytes of data generated in the industry. Now that is 1 trillion gigabytes of data per zettabyte. That's a lot of data. One of the biggest challenges is around the privacy of that particular data. If you cannot trust a cloud service provider with your security of your data, how can you trust them with their business?
Intel's at the forefront of a new concept known as confidential computing, which aims to give as much protection to data in the cloud as there is when it's stored on private computers. Its solution, known as Software Guard Extension, allows users share their data securely with others, or just the parts they want them to see.
Data comes in 3 states. It's either at rest, in transit, or in use. Today, data in use is exposed. This is an area we need to solve. What confidential computing and what Intel SGX, Intel Software Guard Extension, does is separates memory into a protected memory area and an unprotected memory area. But the real opportunity is the ability to share access to that data with your controls. I believe confidential computing will be ubiquitous as we get into the second half of this decade.
So how does it work in practice?
This has been applied in many areas, from retail to manufacturing, and especially in healthcare. We've conducted a project with partners in Spain, connecting hospitals so that they could share COVID X-ray information and data, and at the same time ensuring a level of privacy associated with health records, and their ability then for each hospital to get access to much larger data sets so they can derive much better solutions to their patients.
More than 200 clients are now using SGX, sharing data in a way that's safe and strategic. Working in the cloud has clear benefits for business, but a major risk too. The potential threat to the security of data once it's in the cloud is a fundamental issue of concern for the companies that use it. Among Intel's clients is R3, a software developer in London.
We build software that helps companies increase the level of trust they have with other companies.
So what's at stake for the clients that you work with?
The most obvious thing at stake is what could happen if that data is misused. And then the other thing at stake is what are the opportunities you simply cannot pursue because it's too frightening to send that data in the first place. Imagine you're an insurance company wanting to know whether another insurance company is processing the same claim. You could get together and say, you know what, we're all going to share our claims data with some central service. But in many countries, these things are not allowed, because think of the invasion of privacy for the legitimate customers. What if you could prove to those insurers that if they sent this claims data to a central service, the only thing it could be used for is spotting those patterns? That's what SGX allows.
These leaders believe that confidential computing will transform the potential of businesses that work with it.
In 10, 20 years, we'll look back on today and be utterly horrified that information was just shared with no technological controls over what happens to it.
Data in itself has no intrinsic value. It's the information that you derive from the data is key to the success of your company. Security and data privacy cannot be an inhibitor to business transformation. If we can solve this problem, I think it opens up tremendous opportunities for the industry.